segment, lemons to lemonade. And I did just realize that this is a reverse screw. So we gotta turn left in order to get it to actually bite into a cork. This has been Lemons to Lemonade. Welcome back, ladies and gents. So today I'm gonna replace this dude. So I believe I first made this guy to assist in rivet making back in the day when I was making my first couple pair of tongs. I left it shaped extremely weird and it just incredibly impractical for most of the projects I've ever used it for. So I was about to go to the store to pick up some stock metal for that replacement and a couple other projects. And that's when I remembered I got a... Oh, hey! That's all. Neighbor's gonna think I'm going crazy just talking to myself. So basically I remembered that I have like a 10-foot mild steel ladder in the backyard that has no purpose other than rusting away in my backyard. So we're gonna repurpose it. Fiberglass ladders were a good invention. Alright, so I cut this piece off of the ladder. This is the smoothest piece I could find, but it's corroded to heck and back. So I'm gonna need to planish it as we get started. It felt wrong cutting into something so dang old, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep this third for a stock shelf kind of thing. I'll just need to figure out how to get it mounted to the wall or something. But yeah. Alright, first order of business is I gotta reheat treat my punches. In the video that I made these, I goofed up and ended up heat treating them like I do my knives. Quenching the whole thing. For a striking tool, you only want the tip to be hard, the part that's actually doing the cutting into the metal. So I'm going to bring it all up to critical temperature and let it normalize once or twice, and then we can go ahead and only heat the tip and only quench the tip, and then temper it. Alright, so now we're going to heat it with the torch until we get a color actually similar to this color here on the tip of the torch here. There we go. So we got our sody pop container filled with our beeswax and coal. So I believe we are ready to start punching. Okay, so one more quick little side project. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of the rungs of the ladder. There he is there. And I'm just gonna taper one end and barely taper the other end just to make a simple round drift. Getting some splitting. I'm beginning to think this is probably wrought iron. I've never worked it before. Mild steel ladder.
Mild steel ladder.
And again, if it's wrought iron, using it as a drift is going to be interesting. We got a taste of what it was like back in the day. It is complete. So aesthetically it leaves a lot to be desired. The transition from the handle to the actual body of the plate kind of is all cattywampus. Speaking of the plate, I had trouble keeping it straight because once I punched the holes I was kind of locked into whatever shape it started taking. I was of course tempted to hit on the side to try to flatten it and get it, you know, straight, both sides parallel. But of course I was worried that I'd end up collapsing some of the holes, so I kind of just left it as it is. But despite all their flaws, I think we can all agree it's going to do 100 times better and probably even looks a lot better than this guy. Mother of Mary. Whew. Okay. So as per usual, I made plenty of mistakes this project, but a couple in particular I'd like to share. So when I was grounding my slot punch, I had a very, very smooth transition to the tip on the flats. So because on the sides I had nice sharp corners and on the flats I had really smooth transitions. So what ended up happening was the short sides of the slot were shearing because they had that nice sharp corner, but the long sides ended up just getting pushed aside and there wasn't any sharp edge to shear it and to kind of dig in and cut. So it ended up just like punching all the way through and then splitting it into two pieces, so I had two flaps. I remember in a GS Tongs video, I'll leave a link to his channel up in the eye there, but in one of his videos he explains that sharp edges on your punches are really important because that's the part that actually does the cutting. It's not the tip, it's the sides. So yeah, just make sure you have really sharp angles and transitions on your punches. So another mistake I made was material choice. If I had known for sure this was wrought iron, I would not have made this tool out of it. Mild steel ladder.
Mild steel ladder.
I tried to keep it hot while punching and drifting. I'm pretty sure if this was a mild, I wouldn't have had any problems. but I did end up getting a little splitting action happening. Same with the 2-second drift I made when I was tapering it. I got some splitting issues. Nowadays it's even hard to find wrought irons, so if you do find some, make sure to keep it for, you know, fun artsy projects and not just run-of-the-mill tools. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out some of my other videos and subscribe because I got some more fun videos coming soon. Thanks to you guys who are leaving comments like I'm bored and silver to boing. I'm bored and silver to burn. Thank you guys. Starting to get feedback on these videos from you guys has been a really cool experience. So yeah, I'd just like to thank you and stay tuned. I got more on the way. Thanks.